Okay, let's look for the red truck. Have you looked over here in the toy bins? And to embarrass myself with the house that I can't clean because I'm frantically trying to get everything ready for all the students in the Madison City school system, I'm going to show you what our house looks like. We are still looking for the red truck because what you don't realize is that when you have a child with autism, you do this all day. He will not rest until he finds this one truck. Okay, we're going to look. And so we have to spend hours of our day looking for something that he cannot get out of his head. It's not in there, sweetie. That's just a certain train set. Until we can find it and give him peace. Okay, let's look for it. Is it in any of these open bins? Oh, that's all the magic stuff. Oh, that's all your little trains, which, you know what? We could probably give to some people because they don't really motivate you. Is it in our magic bin? No. Is it in our Thomas stuff? No, those are just the magnetic Thomas cars because we also try to organize so we know exactly where the purple car is when we need to find it. So it's not in there, is it, Brian? So let's go look somewhere else. Here, let's go look somewhere else. Because Mommy has someone that Christy McGuire has tagged me on Facebook that I must answer a question right now. And I also have about 10 people sending text that I have to answer. And I also have 1,000 things that I have to put in our Facebook group so we can start getting pictures that our kids can learn to exchange for an item using a positive reinforcement system with our token economy boards. So we can teach our kids that by giving us a picture, you can communicate, they can communicate with us that they want a glass of milk or that they want a red truck. And for everyone that doesn't realize, that doesn't know about what our families deal with, I have a couch that my friend's husband had to tape because my son found a pair of scissors when I was trying to work on making supplies for, actually, him for the task boxes to work on at home when we were out of school for March through May. Because our kids have nothing to do and cannot learn online. They cannot learn to communicate without iPads and a touch screen. And so all of our kids are left behind. And they're only going to be further left behind if we can't go to school during this pandemic that we have no idea how long it's going to last. So if you'll notice, Brian is still kind of looking for what we were looking for, and I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to get his mind back on that. But you'll see that something else is on his mind now. Thank you, Brian. He's amazing. And this is another way, instead of finding that one thing that, guess what, you can't find after you've turned the house upside down, you have to distract. You have to find something else that's going to catch their attention so they can play with it and get that one thing that fixates on their mind and causes tantrums for 3 and 4 hours at a time out of their mind so they can move on and enjoy their day. Or so they can move on and do an academic task at school that they're more than capable of, but you don't realize that because you have to call in the behavior specialist or a BCBA to come work on a behavior. But guess what? You're working on that behavior, and that behavior's only going to get worse because that child can't tell you that they want that one thing more than anything. So now you have all these kids in the school system with major behavior problems whose parents are paying tens of thousands of dollars for ABA therapy because they need their child to stop doing the one thing that they're doing to ruin their whole day and not let them learn. What are you doing? Oh, tell me what you're doing now. What are you doing? Oh, get your words. Get your words and tell Mommy what you need. So anyway, we have all these kids with behavior plans and behavior problems, and we are working on fixing behaviors that escalate and are not going to be fixed because it's not about the child that kicks the teacher. It's not
I want the red truck.
You want the red truck? Okay, we're back to the red truck. You know what? Let's go upstairs in your bedroom. Let's get your words. You have to get your words so you can talk. Remember? This is also important. You have to give the child access to their iPad if they have, Brian has something called Proloquo2Go. It is expensive, but this is how they talk. You always have to make sure that they have the item that they talk with or communicate with them wherever they go. If you get in the car, if you go around the block, whatever you do, they always have to have it with them.